Hey, welcome back, my amazing students. This is the Python Mentor here, helping you master Python step by step. So in this lecture, we're gonna continue our mini project here, and we got a couple more things to work with here. So what I'm gonna do, this is the part number one. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna do a save as here, and I'm gonna do part number two, and I'm gonna continue on this file here, okay? So we got the first class here, employee, along with the developer. This is the base class, right? We got the developer, we got the manager class. Now what we need is a department, a class, a department that is going to be in charge of adding employees, listing members, is also going to have a manager relationship, is gonna have a manager that is going to have, of course, a team of employees here, all right? So let's go ahead and play with this. So data class, and we're gonna say class department. Guys, if you're brand new to this course here, I suggest you guys take the lessons before this one on this series here, and the link is on the description, all right? So since we're using data class here, let's go ahead and do this the easy way, and everything will be filled up for us, right? And this one is just gonna have a manager here, okay? So it's not gonna be a string, it's gonna be an object. So this would be the composition part of it. And this here, and we can take it from here, okay? As a matter of fact, let me see that. Yeah, we can take it actually from here, and we can name this employee. Let me just paste it in here, and instead, we're gonna name this employees. Employees, like that, okay? Same thing we had here. This is gonna be the aggregation. No, so why is this a composition? Here, this is a strong relationship, all right? The department has a manager. So we're using this reference here conceptually, right? It belongs to the department. Employees is a list of employees, right? This here is a week has a relationship. A week has a, that's what it's called. And this department keeps basically a collection of employees that can exist independently. This is what aggregation is, all right? So let's go ahead and continue with this. And let's go and add a function here, a method that is going to add an employee. Let me see if I already have this, something like that here. So I'm just gonna copy and paste that in there. And we're gonna say add employee. Employee, simple as that, right? So this one here, we're gonna have self, and then we're gonna call this emp for employee, and it's gonna be type of employee, and what we're gonna be returning is none out of this. So let's do the arrow function here. I mean the letter arrow, and just say none, okay? All right. So now here we're gonna append employees. We're gonna append to the employees collection that we got, right? Or list. We're gonna append the EMP, which is the employee. I'm just using different variable names, right? All right. So we're gonna say here emp name to department. Just like that, okay? All right, so let's build another one here. Let's go ahead and create a list members. And here we're just gonna take self and return none as well. Simple as that. Let's print some things out here. Let's print so we can see something in the console, right? Let's do a new line here because we're gonna have another print statement below. And I'm just gonna say self name, and we're gonna say members here. Members, and don't worry, I haven't forgotten the F string here. Members, all righty. Yeah, that looks good so far, right? All right, so we print Yeah, that's fine. I have a little OCD, so some things are very hard for me not to make them perfect. So I try my best to make mistakes so that way I can overcome this OCD thing that I have with everything trying, when I'm doing things by myself, I always try to make things perfect. And sometimes that takes me a long time to actually do. And that's not very good, guys. I don't recommend it. So here, I'm just going to print the manager here. We're just printing out some statements here from here. So from what we got here, so that way we can see it on the console, right? I'm going to do a little if check here so we can print some things out. Let me see. Inside this, we can say if not self. So let's just check to see if we have employees. If we don't, then let's go ahead and print no employees. And guys, did I get ready for this mini course here for you guys? No, 100%. No, I did not. I like to improvise so that way I can come up with really good things for you guys and show you that we are now all perfect, right? So all these lectures that you see from instructors that are perfect, they're not. They edit most of their videos, all right? So if we have an employee, what we do is we're gonna we're gonna loop through that list or through that collection of employees, and we're gonna print the employee. Since actually we don't have the str method, the magic method to actually do this, but we will in a moment. All right, so we print the employee. So what I'm gonna do is right here, I'm gonna create this method so that way things can be a little nicer when I'm printing out my object, okay? So let's do self name. We're gonna say department. And this one would be saying, let me see, manager. And yeah, there we go. All right, we can take out the manager's name as well. Remember that we have a manager here that has a name. We are getting this from the employee, remember. We are inheriting out this name attributes from employee. Okay, that's why we are able to use that here. Okay, all right, let me see if I'm missing anything here. So this looks about right so far here. Okay, all right, so let me go ahead and move this up a little bit. And let me just put the manager down here and just move that up. All right, let's go ahead and edit this instead of having employee here because I was showing you guys an example here in the last lecture. That's why I have employee. But what we want to do is we want to assign the employees titles, right? Like the developer. Let's create another developer here. And this one here would be the manager. So we can do that already, okay? So instead of being M1, we're gonna do MGR. Here, this would be developer 2. And this one would be developer 1. Let's change here this to be front end. Front end developer. Okay. And we're gonna pass in the salary, but we're also gonna pass in the programming language that they're gonna work on, right? Developer, we can take that. And this one here would be JavaScript or something. And let's go by month, all right? So let's say 7,000 here as a manager, JavaScript. Let's say 3,800. I know the salary is a little higher at this point, but yeah, it looks a little better, right? Let's make this developer 1 and developer 2. That makes more sense there. All right. So instead of work, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna grab the manager first of all, and we're gonna add to the team. We're gonna add the developer number 1. Boom. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna add the developer number 2 to the team. Once we have that, then I'm going to create a department, all right? So the name of the department would be technology. Technology, right? So look what we have on top here in the developer class, okay? You see, we have this one here, this attribute for the programming language. Keep that in mind. That's something that we're adding some extra stuff in there, okay? So keep that in mind. This is extra data, specific for developers, all right? And then we're doing, of course, method overriding there. All right, let's go down here. So let's keep adding the technology, the programming language here. Sorry about the name of the department. This one also has, you can see it, that it has a name attribute. We also have a manager and a list of employees, right? So let's pass the manager here. Let's pass the whole object because this is using composition, right? Aggregation as well, I believe, the department. So let's go and let's grab this here, and we have a method there that we can add an employee, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add an employee, developer one, to be an employee of the department. Now I know I went a little bit backwards on this, right? Not backwards, but we could have added the department before and then added this after, but that's okay. All right, you guys get the point, right? All right, so instead of being employee overview, what I'm gonna do here is gonna say department overview. We're gonna print tech, and we're gonna run some things here. We're gonna do the work here for manager. We're also gonna have the developer working here, and developer number 2 working as well. That's it. And lastly, what I want to do, I got this function that I don't think I have it yet. Actually, I do on the department. So let's go ahead and grab that and list the members. Boom. All right, let's see if this actually is not going to give us any problems. All right, there we go. Let's clear this out again. All right, let's run this. And you can see now everything working 100%, right? We added William to Maria's team, added Jose, and all this, right? Then we got the department, right? The manager is Maria from the department, and Maria is managing a team of 2 people. William is coding as a Python developer, which I did not put developer there, but you get the point. And Jose is coding as a JavaScript developer. And then the technology members here, and then we are listing all the members. Now, this is not the biggest application in the world, but it covers most of the things that we have been doing so far: aggregation, composition, method overriding, encapsulation, data class, inheritance, polymorphism. There's a bunch of things that we're covering here in this mini application. And this is a very small application, guys. We you know, when we are creating bigger applications, we have a lot more things. So that's why you should actually keep going and keep learning Python, as you know, and keep mastering subject by subject until you get everything. Because that way you're gonna be really, really, really good at what you do. And that is going to create a valuable asset in the marketplace. You are going to be a valuable asset, all right? Just keep learning, keep being consistent, don't give up. All right, guys, if you like the video, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, look at the description for any other information like the playlist link and all that stuff. Anyway, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next lecture. So keep being consistent. I'll see you on the next one, all right?